Welcome back, everybody. Welcome if you're new. Today we're in the late model series here at Southern National. Didn't run any practice. I usually don't on the oval side. Car number 3 out of 11 though, so at least we're not like number 1 or number 2. Fastest time that they ran in practice was an 8:02. I know I can get to the low 8s, and I've gotten into the 7s a couple times, so hopefully we can have a good lap like that here in qualifying. This track basically like a big Bristol. Like, it's like the old big Bristol, basically. Because you want to be right along the bottom, and it's just so banked and so wide. I try to back up my corners to get a straight run off so I can get on the gas earlier, because you can go all the way out to the wall. There's a lot of room. 746, okay, that's faster than I ran before. I ran a 776 before, so I can't be mad about that. We are second though, so I don't know who ran quicker. Number 2 car. Okay, he ran a 7:02. That is flying. Second lap wasn't as fast, didn't have the run in, but still an 8:45 is not that bad of a lap. I'm really happy with a 7:46. That's a flying lap too. I'm not even mad about it. But yeah, I really just like back up my corners some, because if you go too deep into these corners, back end kicks out on you, you get sideways very easily. If you hit the apron in the corners, it'll get you sideways when you get on the gas, so you got to be careful running right along the bottom, but that's the fastest way around. So just hitting your marks and doing it over and over, being consistent with it, that's the main thing. But backing up the corners is the biggest thing here, because then you could get a really good run off the corners, and that's how I've been getting good lap times. If I try to push it too hard into the corners, it doesn't really work out. So got a few people left to qualify. Everybody is here, so hopefully everybody qualifies. And I will pick it up when we're getting ready to go green. All right, well, we stayed in second, so not too bad. Starting on the outside is going to be tough. Hopefully we can get a good launch and jump in right behind the number 2 car, but first place.
Yeah, I got you.
Should be a fun race, though. Going to be very tight. And if you guys enjoy this kind of racing, hit that like and subscribe button. That way I know you guys are enjoying watching this kind of racing, and it helps me out a ton, and greatly appreciate it.
I'm surprised more people didn't sign up for this race.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really sign up for the late models for some reason.
It's early on a Saturday.
I think more people join the ARCA series than this, too, for a D-Class race.
Didn't that split? Because I thought I saw 16 people signed up. We only had 11.
I thought I saw like 18 or something.
I think it was over 20.
Yeah, so I think it's split into 2.
Yeah,
I saw
so
like
it's split.
18 or so. I didn't see what the final count was. I ran Kansas, and I thought it was super loose. It was,
Yeah, for sure it is loose unless you kill the front tires.
Kansas was super loose to me. Like, if you were tight at Kansas, it's interesting.
Late in the run up.
He's tight enough? Alright, that's good
Yeah,
to
you
know.
have to be careful about the tires. You can easily ruin them.
I'm not surprised these tighten up, to be honest. Like, just wearing out the tires.
So awkward, I mean.
I'm not surprised these tighten up, so it should be an interesting race. Try not to push it too hard off the corner and go out and hit the wall. Because if you're trying to push it for every inch, it's so easy to come out and hit this wall. Don't know which gear you should be in. You could probably be in first, but I think second's going to be better. I did not hear what he was saying because I was
Good
talking.
luck, guys. Just have some fun.
Yeah, let's try to have a good race here. I need to try to get a good launch, though, because being on this outside, we're going to get trained in the beginning. Try to get down as quick as we can. One car had a really good jump. I can't get down. Try to hold him down, though, and get a good run off. Can't really do too much, though. But the bottom's just so much quicker. Like, I can try to go into the corner a little deep, but... and get a good run off. Just get in line behind the 1 car now. Only lost 1 spot, though, so it wasn't too bad. There's already people wrecked, I guess. It's so easy to get loose, though, on new tires. You just push it in way too hard, or you get on the apron a little bit. So I run, like, right on that line, and I get it below it a little bit, and it will just get me loose. The car just turned a little bit too much, and I didn't get on the gas. It's all about timing for the way I drive this track. Like, however it feels. But hopefully we can keep up with the 2 car here. because he ran really fast in qualifying. Try to conserve the tires somewhat, because if it gets tight in the end, don't want to wear out our tires to where we can't turn. So taking it easy into these corners will be nice. And coming off, don't get loose. I hit the gas and turned a little bit too hard. A little bit too rough there coming off of 2. But 60 laps here, it seems like a lot, but it's going to go by super fast. Because there's no cautions. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened to the 6. If he got spun out, or he spun out himself, or he just, like, backed off of everybody in the start.
Bro, really?
7 car must have gotten hit or something. 2 car got in the apron a little bit, so did I. It'll really start to mess you up if you get on the apron. Because it'll throw off your line and start to get you loose. 2 car looked a little loose there coming off that corner.
This thing is loose.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. He looked a little loose. You get on the gas and turn too hard. I did a little bit there. I'm like getting right to the bumper of the 1. I don't want to hit him. You need to get a good run off the corner to really get under somebody. Either that or a bump and run. I tapped the apron there, but I didn't go below it at least. Because if you kind of tap it, you'll bounce off of it a little bit. But if you go below it, that's when your car really starts to get sideways on you. That guy's just pressing every button he can. Let's see what we can do here. We have a good top 4 of us are running right like on top of each other for the most part. Leader's not getting away. Lost that spot in the beginning, which sucks, but I kind of figured that starting on the outside. I'm just happy I didn't lose more. 4 car had a good run there. I pushed up a little bit too high. I had to try to block it. I just had to show I was going to go low, so he didn't just dive into me. Because if I would have ran normally, he might have tried to take the bottom. And it's super early for that. I do not want to be put in that situation. But yeah, try not to hit the brakes too hard, because that's when the back end will start to kick out too, going into these corners. It's so easy just to run over somebody else in front of you, though, when you're running this tight. But we are the top 4 numbers. I don't know what number 4's iRating is, but the top 2 in front of me are definitely over 3,700. I have like 3720 something or something like that. 30 something, I'm not 100% sure. I know I'm in like the lower to mid 37s. If I could get up to 4K this season, that'd be amazing. Just to try to have over 4K on dirt and regular oval. That'd be awesome to hit that milestone. 'Cause I've never hit 4K on oval. This is like the highest I've been is what I'm at now, like the 3700s. 2 car made a mistake there. If you make a mistake, you're probably going to go to the back of this line. Oh, 4 car had a really good run there. He had a really good exit. I pinched him down really hard. I almost got wrecked for it. Because he comes up a little bit mid-corner, it seems like. Okay, I need to just let him go by so the guy behind me doesn't catch. And he's trying to dive it in. Jesus Christ. He tried to fill that gap before I came down. And he was really far back. That's what's going to happen if you make a mistake. The 4 car just had a really good run off the corner. And I like reacted to it and got loose. Like I tried to not get hit by him and I got a little loose for it. 4 car is starting to be a little quicker though. So either I'm starting to burn up my tires or I already started to. But the 2 car is starting to pull off a little bit too. So maybe me and the 1 like burnt off our tires or something a little bit. I'm not 100% sure, but I didn't see the 1 car really getting loose or anything like that. So we'll see what happens here, because I'm starting to fall off from them a little bit. That 6 car, that something happened to him in the beginning. He's been holding his own up there. He hasn't been like slow. I thought we were going to pass him super quick, because he was like back there, like not that far in front of us, like only a lap or 2 in. So I'm surprised that we haven't like gotten by him a lot earlier, because it's lap 24 going on 25 now. So he held his own up here for sure. He got out of the way of the leader though. He'll probably just stay high. Definitely gonna mess up the one a little bit. I thought I was gonna mess him up more. I thought the one was gonna catch him off that corner, but he didn't. He caught him off the corner there. 4 car's gonna try to put it 3 wide, decides not to, which was smart. Like, this is a super wide track, but the fast way around is just right along the bottom. So everybody's just fighting for that.
Outside.
And with everybody catching this 6 at the bad spot, I was able to catch up a little bit.
Clear.
I was only side by side with him for 1 straightaway. But very tight battle up front. 5th place wasn't too far back until I pulled down in front of him because he really tried to fill that gap. But I knew he wasn't as quick as us, because we were pulling away from him for the longest time. Starting to get too low on my entrance. I'm messing up my entrance in the corners. Need to go in higher like that to get it to rotate and then have a better exit. But about halfway through this race now, car still feels alright. It's starting to get a little tight for sure. I think around lap 20 it started feeling tighter. Like when the 4 got by me, which might have been just before lap 20, something like that. But it is kind of tough to pass when everybody's good running the bottom. Like, you have to wait for somebody to make a mistake or put the bump and run to them. The 4 car is definitely quicker, I feel like, than the 1. And he's being very patient, because I think that he was a little quicker than I was too, and he was patient with me until he had a really good run off of a corner. He needs to try to set that up like he did on me. But I think he went a little higher and had a good turn down off the 4. But he needs to try to get by the 1 soon so he can try to get up to the 2. I do feel like he's the fastest car right now, him or the 2, because the 1 car is not like catching the 2 too bad. The 4 is just really pushing on the 1 all over his back bumper. I'm starting to lose touch on them a little bit. Car is definitely a lot tighter now. Try to back up my corner a little bit more. Try to roll in some more. See if that works. What kind of times are we running? 15.3s? That's like 6/10 slower than our qualifying speed. The tires definitely fall off a good amount here, which makes it a good race. Like, I love tire fall off on tracks. Just because, like, the difference you can do with saving your tires makes a huge difference in the race. Slow car in front of us. Somebody must have wrecked, maybe got out of the car, I don't know. Probably that guy? That's my guess. But yeah, they're pulling away from me now. I don't think I'll have anything for the top 3 unless they start getting side by side and I start catching them like that. But that might have been what hurt my tires a little bit too, is me being on the outside for a couple laps. And then I think I tried being on the bottom. No, I don't think I was on the bottom at all for anybody. I think I was on the top trying to push it. And that might have hurt my tires just a little bit in the beginning, and then when the 4 was trying to get by me, I was really trying to pinch them down and keep my speed, but it's just not worth it. Just take your loss, get in line as quick as you can, which is what I tried doing as well, but I also tried to hold them off, which that doesn't work. I overdrove that corner like hell. 20 laps left.
20 laps to go, man. 20 laps to go.
This track goes by so quick, and you're doing so many laps, my eyes are starting to get like cross-eyed. I don't know if you guys feel that when you guys play games or stuff like that. When you're doing like repetitious things like this. Like when I used to play NASCAR games on PlayStation and stuff, my fingers started feeling... Ooh, 10 car came down and just nailed the 4. He was the one that was typing a ton earlier. Don't come down and hit me, please.
Still outside. Clear.
But, like, when I was doing NASCAR games a long time ago, and I used to do long races, like league races and stuff. Oh god, 10 car, you're scaring me behind me. My arms started feeling crossed when I was playing on PlayStation for a long period of time, like doing the same thing over and over. kind of the same situation at this track, just because you're like doing so many laps in such quick amount of time, so many turns. Like, I think it feels like this at Bristol too to me a lot of the times. It's just so like mind-numbing in a way. Got a little loose off that corner. I've kind of kept this gap to them for a little while now. I think I lost a little bit getting by the 10 because he scared the shit out of me, especially what he did to the 4. I'm surprised the 4 car is still turning and everything as good as it is. And I definitely thought more people would be like diving the corners, getting loose and stuff, but a lot of people here are pretty smart up front, it seems like, to not just dive it in and get loose. Had a really good, like, 2 corners, and I'm like, oh, I'm starting to catch them in my head, and then I fuck it up immediately. Okay, coming to like 12 laps left. These laps go by super fast. Like, there's a lot of laps, and I'm starting to get like cross-eyed like I was talking about, but it just happens so quick. Like, if I was doing like a 200 lap race here, like, I would go crazy. Not in a bad way, like my head would just be like spinning. And I would screw up for sure at some point. Because you just lack of focus for 1 second and you're going to really screw up at this track. Either that or just go straight up in a corner and really mess up a corner and lose a lot of time. I want these guys to get side by side up here though. Give me a chance to catch up. But the 2 car has been putting the pace on and people have just been staying with him. Nobody's really been able to catch all the way up to him and get to his bumper. The 1 car hasn't gotten to his bumper the whole race, I don't think. Besides like right off the start. He's getting a little closer now. Thought for the longest time the 4 was the fastest, but he's starting to fall off now, maybe because of that right side damage from the 10. Which is really unfortunate for him. I definitely think he had the fastest driving ability here to fix setup, so it's not like fastest car or anything. I think he was just doing the best until that happened to him. We'll see if the 1 can put the bumper to the 2 or anything like that, or if the 4 can get back up there. Or if any of them will make a mistake and mess up. I got a little bit below the apron there and had to let off so I didn't start getting sideways. But yeah, you really just got to hook the bottom here. Like, back up your corner, don't get loose in, let it roll, hook the bottom, and then go all the way out to the wall. Still running 15.3s, so tires kind of plateaued probably around like halfway through or so. They don't really get that much worse, it feels like. When they said the car gets tight, it started to, and then it stops after like lap 20. It didn't get any tighter after that. And it's just how well can you drive a tighter car. I personally like a little bit looser of a car than tighter because it comes down to drivability, and the 4 car just wrecked. I think he hit the apron or something, and he's going to get out the car because he just stopped on track. So that gives us 3rd place. Okay, I'll take 3rd. 4 car was super fast. That's unfortunate for him, and he screwed up right towards the end with 4 laps left, 3 laps left. 2 cars pulling away from the 1, so he's probably going to win it. I just didn't have anything for them like around lap 20 or so. Once I got passed by the 4, my car felt like just more sluggish turning. It hasn't really changed since then, but I just adapted to it better from doing so many laps. So, this has been a lot of fun. I like short track racing. Short track racing is a ton of fun to me. I was going to run the next gen cars at Bristol, but the time that they were racing and stuff, I just wouldn't have time to do it and edit the video and everything in time.
Good win, Jay.
Yeah, good race. That was a lot of fun.
Checker flag.
That was a great race by the 2. He did it flawlessly. He got a little sideways in the beginning, but nobody really got to his bumper to do anything about it. I want to go back and see what happened to the 4. I think he just hit the apron because it was here in 1 and 2. I think he, oh no, his car just started getting sideways there. I think he just got on the gas a little too hard. I thought he hit the apron, but he just got on the gas a little hard, turned him sideways, and then he just like, I'm done. He was done after that. That's unfortunate. I want to go into his car and see what the hell happened. See if what I was saying was right. He's turning. No, he really didn't even turn that hard. Like, the back end just kicked out the slightest bit right here. And he starts turning the other way. And when he got on the gas is what really screwed it. If he just would have laid off the gas a little bit right there, like just burped it, he probably would have been fine. So, that's unfortunate for the 4. He was very fast. And that's unfortunate just altogether. Where did he get by me? I think it was right around here. That was in 3rd. He had a really good turn off. Oh, it was off a 2? Okay. I thought it was off a 4. I misjudged what corner it was. Because he went a little higher, it seems like, and had a really good turn down. And my car straightened out, and then I like over adjusted and got a little loose coming off. So that's unfortunate for us. And then the 5 car way back here tries to fill the gap when I go behind him. I think I stayed on the outside 1 corner too long. Right here I should have ducked in behind, like on that straightaway. And then right here I try to do it, I think, yeah. And then the 5 car tries to really send it in there. Look how far back he was to send it in the corner to try to fill the gap before I come down. Like, he was so far back there, so I just like kind of stayed half a lane higher, but he had to really hit the brakes to not lose his car under him. So that was a good pass by the 4. Unfortunate for us to losing that spot, and then he lost it later, which is unfortunate. Let's go back and see some of the incidents. Lap 1, turn 3, 10 car just overdrives it, hits the back of the 9, probably just gave them both a 4X. Lap 2, 9 car scrapes the wall on the front stretch, so easy to do. You're just coming off the corner, really easy to do. 8 car lost it on the front stretch. Ooh, hit the inside wall hard. Don't know if he went and got that fixed. I would assume so, because he hit that inside wall hard, and his car is not going to turn nearly as well anymore. Scrapes it on the back stretch. Oh, he blew his motor too. Damn, that sucks. 10 car scrapes the outside wall on the front stretch. I thought he was going to get hit there by the 7 as well. Side by side, seems like a little bit of net code. They didn't look like they touched. Oh, and then that happened. Okay, that's what happened. It looks like the 7 car kind of took his regular line in. The 10 car turned down super low, and it caught the back right, and it turned him up more. 10 car just turned in a little early there, in my opinion. And then what happens here? Because this is actually the next incident. And 10 car just dives it in. Yeah, 10 car was a bowling ball. He was definitely a bowling ball. Drove it super hard into the wall off a 4. 7 car... Oh, I thought he was going to spin from hitting the apron. Scrapes the wall on the back stretch. 9 car. Scrapes wall back stretch. Yeah, just barely. You saw the sparks just a tiny bit. He's going to scrape the wall on the back stretch. I think I remember being behind him when that happened. I think I scraped the wall on the front stretch one time, and that was about it. Yeah, these barely scrapes. That was a little bit more than the scrape. 2 car is going to do it now. Tiniest bit on the front stretch. 5 cars pushing it hard here, seeing us side by side, scrapes the wall. The 6 car that was the lap down car, he was trying to get by, scrapes the wall. 2 cars gonna do it again. He was a little high coming off of that corner. He just barely types it, barely. 9 cars loose, loses it on the back stretch, hits the wall. Luckily the 7 didn't hit him, and that was the one that, yeah, ended up leaving the Chris guy. What the hell even happened here? He just turned down the track. Hang on, I need to go to like bar chase or something. Let me change the angle and shit so I can see more. Cause it looked like the 10 just like is turning down the track way too much coming off of this corner. Yeah, he's still turning left for some reason when he should be out by the wall. A little bit of net code hitting between them, but they definitely would have hit regardless. Gave him a lot of damage though on the right side. You can see it all crinkled up and stuff. He got a good amount of damage to the front right and right in front of the wheel and then over the wheel too. So that definitely hurt his turning and stuff a little bit. Yeah, right over the wheel right there. Just really hurting the car's ability to turn, I feel like. But he was still driving pretty well after that. 10 car with the 5 scrapes the wall. Every time he was coming up to a car on the front stretch, he was scraping the wall. But that looks like is it. We came back, got 3rd. Well, not really came back. We started 2nd. Fell back to 3rd, fell back to 4th. 4 cars screwed up. We got back to 3rd. So I'll take 3rd. We are car number 3 as well. Should gain a little bit of iRating out of it as well because there was 9, 8, and the 4 way back here, and the 6 was in the 8th, so they're definitely going to lose a good amount. And the 10 and 11 were like mid-pack, so they won't get much out of it. So we should gain a little bit still, maybe like 15-ish, 20 at the most, I feel like. So good tight racing up front for most of the race, and then the last few laps, once the 4 kind of spun out and wrecked himself, the 2 kind of pulled away a little bit, and that was all she wrote. Good race by all the 4, 3, with 3 is me. The 1, 2, like all of us were running so tight up front. That was a lot of fun. So good race to all of you guys, and let's go see what we end up getting out of this. All right, results are in. Strength of field just under 2,300, and there was 2 splits. That's what I figured. And what was number 1's iRating? Almost 5,500, damn. And he was at almost 40. He was at 48, a little bit over 48, and we gained 21, 38, 10. Oh, just over 38 now. That's first time over 3,800. Let's go. Very happy with that. What was number 4's iRating? 3,200. Oh, he was like almost 33. And then there was actually a pretty big drop off to 5th, because there was a big drop off between 2nd and me, like 1,000. But then to what was it? The 4 car to him was about 800 as well. So like the top 4 of us had really high iRating. 5 car had pretty good iRating still. 6 car had over 2,100, and then 7 and back was 1,500 and less. So not it was a weird iRating field, because like the top guys were up front for sure. Like, and the 4 car just screwed up right there at the end. He actually had the quickest lap of the race as well. We ran a 9:26 in the race, but you really wanted to try to save your tires for later. There wasn't too much saving your tires, I feel like. Once it like got to lap 20-ish, the car was tight and it plateaued from there. So kind of just learned to drive it from that portion of the race. He actually ended up didn't even get a 2x out of it, which is surprising. I thought he hit the wall hard enough. The 10 car almost DNF'd out. He was at 10 incidents. I'm surprised he didn't, and he finished 6th. Don't know how he did that. Everybody else must have just really wrecked, or the 11 car might have just started on pit road because he had no incidents. 6 car, I don't even know. I guess he started from the pits too, because he had no incidents and he was right in front of us lap 2. So maybe he started from the pits as well. I don't know what the hell happened with them, because they had no incidents and we're super far back. The 10 car was a bowling ball, just getting in everyone. Unfortunate for the 7 mainly. And I think the 9 got a 4x from him as well, and the 8 wrecked himself. So that was like basically all the incidents, and the 10 just kept giving incidents to himself and everybody else. So good fun race. I love short track racing. Wish I would have had time to do the next gen car at Bristol instead of this, just because I like Bristol a lot and I wanted to see how the next gen cars ran there. But they just ran at like a bad time for me this week, which is unfortunate. But I'm gonna try to get into those more going into this next NASCAR season, because they're going to be just transitioning to that altogether. And then the cars should get better once next season starts for NASCAR, and then the actual driving on track shows, and then iRacing will update it from there probably, because I feel like they are not fully done with those cars yet, because we haven't seen them on track all together at once. So it'll be work in progress for sure. And actually only the bottom 4 guys lost iRating here. 7th and up gain iRating, which is interesting. But appreciate you guys for watching as always. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the race. Let me know how your guys' races went this past week, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.